Hey guys, Mitesh here. So iOS 11's been out for a couple weeks now, and I've had a chance to play with it on my wife's iPhone and iPad. And while I'm definitely more of an Android guy, I think there are some few nice features in iOS 11 that Android should try to maybe copy. So I made a list of 5 features that Android should try to emulate from iOS in the next version. So at number 5 on the list of features that I think Android should adopt is drag and drop. This is a feature mainly for the iPad with a little bit of benefit for the iPhone. So what it allows you to do is to move files, links, and photos very easily from one app to another. So you can just long press and hold on to a file or like a photo and then select a bunch of them, and then you can open up an email app, for example, and then just drop them right into a new email, and it will just paste all those photos in. You don't have to think about how it's doing it. You don't have to hit copy. You don't have to hit share or anything like that. It's just simply dragging and dropping it into it. Now with the iPad Air 1, because you can't do split screen multitasking, you have to use 2 hands to do it. You have to pull up on the new dock and drop them in there, but it still works pretty well. And the benefit you get on the iPhone with this feature is the fact that you can actually now move a bunch of icons around at once. So you can just tap a bunch of icons and just slide them over to another screen and drop them all together. I don't know how often I do this, but it does make rearranging icons much easier. Next, at number 4, we have another way in which Apple is making the iPad much more usable as a laptop replacement, and that is the dock. Apple has completely redone how the dock works, so now it acts much more like the dock you get on a Mac versus what you used to get on an iPad, where you were limited to 4 to 6 icons. So now you can have as many apps as you want in the dock, and also you can pull the dock up in any app. So you could just swipe up from the bottom and there's the dock. So it makes multitasking much easier. It also keeps a list of your recently opened apps in the right hand side of the dock. One strange omission I found was the fact that they didn't add the drag and drop feature and allow you to put multiple apps right into the dock. Instead, you have to move each app individually into the dock. And while neither drag and drop nor the dock are like revolutionary features, at least they're putting something out there for the tablet. I feel like Android's completely abandoned the tablet. But moving on, at number 3 we have screenshots. Screenshots are greatly improved in iOS 11. Now when you take a screenshot, the little preview of it appears in the bottom left hand corner, and then you can click on it to annotate it. Now I know this is something that a lot of Android manufacturers have put on custom skins, but Android itself has nothing like this. And this is definitely something I can see myself using day to day. Like, this is something that comes up pretty often where you want to just highlight one part of the text or something, one part of the screenshot to show someone, or if you're making a tutorial or something, this makes it a lot easier to just do it inside the app rather than having to download something separate to take care of it. It also works when you're taking multiple screenshots. All of those will just show up on that bottom left hand, and when you click on it, you can annotate all of them. So at number 2 we have Control Center. Now this feature already existed in iOS, but it's gotten much better with iOS 11. Now you can customize what's actually in it, and you can also long press on any of the icons to get to more granular settings. So for example, if you 3D touch or long press on the timer icon, you can actually set the specific amount of time that you want to set, and then you can just turn it on. And another cool thing that they added to Control Center was the ability to record your screen. So before you had to go through some developer settings to actually be able to record any video on your screen, but now it's just built into Control Center. They've also done away with having multiple screens in Control Center. Now it's just the one full page pane. It may take a while for some people to get used to, but it is definitely better once you get used to it. One thing from an Android user's perspective that I really like about Control Center is the fact that you can just get to it from one swipe from the bottom. On Android, it takes at least 2 swipes down from the notification shade to get to the quick settings tile, at least on most phones. I know you have a couple quick toggles that you can have on the first pane, but it's still at the very top and it's hard to reach. If Google could just make the quick settings tiles one swipe away, I think it would be a much better user experience. And finally, at number 1, we have something that only Apple could develop, and it's ARKit. Now I know some people will say that augmented reality isn't a new thing, that Google's been doing it with Project Tango and Microsoft has it with HoloLens, but Apple's the first one to put it into a device that a lot of people have. Any iPhone above iPhone 6s can do ARKit, and that just means more people will actually have access to the stuff. There are only a few apps out right now that can take advantage of ARKit, but apps like IKEA Place allows you to put furniture inside your home to see what it would look like. And games like Euclidean Lands let you play with virtual objects in the real world. And while I'm excited that Google announced something similar to ARKit called AR Core, the fact that it's limited to Pixel and Galaxy S8 devices means that I and lots of other people can't try this out. So there you have it, 5 things that I think that Android can do better by copying some features that iOS has. Does this mean that I'm going to switch over to an iPhone and start using iOS? Probably not. I definitely prefer the way Android handles notifications better and the fact that it doesn't treat you like you don't know how to use a computer. But there are some cool things in iOS and I just wanted to make a video about that. Anyways, if you guys like this, give it a thumbs up. You can subscribe if you want to see some more videos. So thanks.